we have some extraordinary news to share with you about one of Philadelphia's oldest unsolved homicides. In February of 1957, the body of an unidentified child was discovered inside of a box in a wooded area near Susquehanna Road in Northeast Philadelphia. The boy appeared to be malnourished, and his body bore the signs of recent and past trauma. In his very short life, it was apparent that this child experienced horrors that no one should ever be subjected to. When law enforcement cannot prevent a crime from occurring, our mission is to make sure that we investigate all leads and gather evidence that will give victims a voice. The science and technology that was instrumental in the identification of this child, one of our oldest unsolved homicides, gives me hope that we can continue to identify unknown victims of crime and that no one will ever again have to wait this long for their name and the story of their life to be told. I will now turn this over to Captain Jason Smith, our commanding officer of our homicide unit, who will provide details into the investigation. Without the hard work, dedication, and passion and the doggedness of the many, we would not be here today to give America's formerly unknown child, Joseph Augustus Zarelli, a voice.
On February 26, 1957, at 10:40 a.m., the remains of a white male estimated to be 4 to 6 years of age were located in a wooded area with dense underbrush along Susquehanna Road between Varee and Pine Roads in the city and county of Philadelphia. The child had been severely beaten. He was unclothed, had been wrapped in a multicolored blanket, and placed inside of a cardboard box. The child had brown hair that was crudely cut close to the scalp and blue eyes. Multiple bruises were visible on the child's body. An autopsy revealed that the child had sustained multiple abrasions, contusions, a subdural hemorrhage, and pleural effusions. The autopsy confirmed that the child was between 4 and 6 years of age. On October 30th, 1998, a court order was obtained to have the child's remains exhumed. A post-mortem examination was performed, and the child was subsequently reinterred at Ivy Hill Cemetery, located in the Cedarbrook section of Philadelphia. Portions of the remains were retained for future testing. DNA testing was performed at that time, but yielded no new leads in the investigation. For over 6 decades, the case was continuously investigated by members of the homicide unit who worked in concert with the Medical Examiner's Office, the Forensic Science Bureau, the VDOC Society, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and many other local, state, and federal agencies. This investigation had come to be referred to as the boy in the box, and the child who was the subject of this investigation was referred to as America's unknown child. Contemporary forensic applications and techniques, including genealogical DNA testing and inquiries, were made with the assistance of genetic genealogists. The results of the DNA testing were uploaded to DNA databases, and the results were interpreted by the genealogists involved in this investigation. Based on the interpretation of the results by the genealogists, detectives were able to locate and make contact with possible relatives of the child's family on the maternal side. Through further investigation and additional testing, the genealogists involved in this investigation were able to establish the identity of the birth mother of the unidentified child. I would like to address 3 questions which I believe most of you would like an answer to. The first is going to be, who are the child's parents and what are their names? At this point in time, we are not going to be releasing that information. Joseph has a number of siblings on both the mother and father's side who are living, and it is out of respect for them that their parents' information remain confidential. The second question is obviously going to be, do we know who was responsible for Joseph's death? The answer at this time is unfortunately no. We have our suspicions as to who may be responsible, but it would be irresponsible of me to share these suspicions as this remains an active and ongoing criminal investigation.